Stranger Things Season 4 Part 1 dropped on Netflix, and I'm not going to shy away from spoilers. I know it just came out yesterday, but like, for crying out loud, I went into Netflix literally last night, just boot up Stranger Things Season 4 after work, and it was already number 4 most streamed thing on Netflix right now. Like, clearly everybody's going to watch this damn thing, and most people are going to try to watch it within the first couple days just to avoid spoilers. And I gotta say, I really hate that Stranger Things was dropped all at once. I know this is Netflix's model of dropping shows, but for this show especially, it is really bad now because every one of these damn episodes is over an hour long. Like, the last episode of this batch of episodes was an hour 40. It took me hours to finish this. And yeah, and the hard part about that again is everybody wants to watch this to avoid spoilers, right? You want to watch this in the first weekend, but when they're this long, it's really bad. And yeah, but let's get into. I guess we'll go over my brief thoughts of Stranger Things, the show as a whole. I was late to season 1 when it came out, but I absolutely fell in love with it when I did watch it. And so I think I watched it the year season 2 came out. I watched it way before season 2 came out that year, but season 2, incredibly hyped. Loved season 2. The wait between season 2 and 3 was excruciating, but by then my kind of love for the show had just died a little bit because like it was just such a long gap. But I was still excited to watch season 3, and I gotta be honest, I liked season 3 when it came out, but now that is the worst season of the show in my eyes. It is still a fun season. There's still fun things about it. It's still got some good moments in there, but the story and that season, the plot, where things go, was shit. Because that season was all fan service. It was all just fan service. The plot made no sense. There was no mystery because you knew from the first moment of that first episode that, hey, evil Russians are the villains of the story. And it just felt wrong that evil Russians were as big as part of the story as they were, because like it was something that previously in the show that they were making jokes about evil Russians and how stupid of a concept that was. But then they were actually doing that in the show. Now, I've softened on that opinion about that, but I feel like it's still like whatever, but I accept it as part of the show now. And I'm okay with it now, but it's still like, not crazy about that plot point. But watching season 4, this is my, I think, second favorite season. It's not perfect. I have some issues with it, but I think this is a lot better than season 2 and 3. Especially 3. And what I think improved upon this season is it is a mystery, right? Because you do not know where anything in this season is going. And part of that's kind of the fun of it is you know that, and all of our characters are very separated throughout this season, so it allows it to go different directions that you don't expect, and that's really interesting. The only thing that was obvious, everybody knew Hopper was coming back, but we didn't know how he was coming back, and I think the Hopper stuff kind of has taken a little bit too long to just go through that and get it done, but it's still fun. David Harbour's performance is great. I really like the moment in this first batch of episodes where he says that but he tells a story about his daughter and stuff and how she died, and he really grew to have a connection to Eleven and Joyce because they needed him, but how that wasn't true because in the reality he needed them more than they needed him, and that's just like a sweet moment. Seeing Hopper and Joyce's reunion was amazing. I can't wait to see 11 and Hopper's reunion. That's going to be great. Yeah, I really I really enjoy like how Will is doing in this season. He's got some really great emotional moments. He's given a lot more to do in these last couple of seasons. Season 2 and 3 well, season 2, I guess he was a main part of season 2, but the thing about season 2 was like him 1 and 2, he's just a plot device in those seasons, and then I feel like 3 and 4, they're actually using him more as like an emotional center to these characters, which I like. And I guess we get the return of Dr. Brenner, which I was kind of like, oh, what are you doing here? That was a weird reveal, but I really liked it. Here, 11 losing her powers was interesting. I don't know. It's a really good story in this season. Just all the places it goes. I really enjoyed seeing the backstory of 1 at the last episode. That was interesting. But yeah, this is a really good season. I think now we'll get into my complaints. The cast is too damn large at this point. Like, I was kind of excited watching these first few episodes and seeing off that they might kill off Max. And they just don't. And, like, I think the problem with these episodes is they're so freakishly long. Like, ridiculously long. Because they have so many damn characters and so many damn locations. And while I enjoy that aspect of the show, it also means that some of these characters just need to die. Because the cast is too big. And now they're introducing more characters. And the ones that they're introducing aren't that interesting. Like Eddie. Like, Eddie is a character in the show. And he's somewhat interesting, I guess. But he's not like, oh, I really need that character. Like, it's just like, why is he here? And like, it's just so many characters now. And like, it feels like some of the characters are running in circles. Like last season, we had relationship drama with 11 and Mike. This drama makes sense, but it also just feels like we're still running in circles a little bit, and it's just frustrating. It's not a huge complaint. I just, and I feel like Max would have been a great character to kill off because she really doesn't have a purpose in the show anymore. And she really didn't have a purpose in the show for actually most of it. Like season 2, she comes in and she's literally there just as a plot device to be in the way of the boys' friendship in season 2. And then you get to season 3 and she's just kind of there. And she's fun, but like she didn't need to be there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for season 4 part 2 more than I was excited for season 4 part 1, just because I was not happy with season 3, but this fixed a lot of my issues and was a fun season that had an engaging mystery. Now I have legitimately no idea where this season's going to go, what they're going to do with it. I'm still annoyed at these episodes not being dropped weekly and them being as long as they are. Just absurdly ridiculous lengths. I feel like there's a way to make a lot of these episodes shorter, but that's just me. Yeah, I think Stranger Things is definitely one of those shows now that has become overhyped, just in the sense that, like, the fan base is not as critical as they should be. Like, a lot of the show is just fan service now, and a lot of the stories just aren't as good as it was before. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's not a bad show, but it's like there's still a lot of issues here, and I hope that the show just ends soon, honestly, because I enjoyed this first half of the season, but it feels like the more the show goes on, the less the creators are enjoying making the show, just in the sense that they have to do what the fans want and not what's good for the story. I don't know.